Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday morning edition of Butschern. I know normally I don't do weekend uh, videos on Butschern, but I was in the mood to play, and I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to play without recording, and I didn't want to do a recording too early for next week, so I didn't want to pre-record for Monday. So I thought, you know what, let's just throw out a Saturday morning Butchern, and let's get some stuff done. I'm eager to get this to kind of get this farm moving along. Uh, this coming Tuesday, I've got the Kubota farm starting up, which I'm really looking forward to. I think that's going to be I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, I think it's going to be challenging because a lot of that some of that Kubota equipment. Well, technically it's not Kubota, but you know what I mean. Like the cultivator and the seeder and the planter. They're like 3 meter tools. And granted, East Vineland doesn't have the largest fields in the world, but it's still going to be kind of an interesting challenge. And that one I'm probably going to be doing more gameplay away from recording just to kind of keep it moving along because otherwise, it's going to be. It's probably right now. It's going to be 2 episodes a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and both of those episodes are going to be taken up with cultivating one field and maybe some hired helpers, but still. Anyways, looking at what we have going here. Oh, I wanted to show you something. um first of all, I wanted to thank Everett for reaching out to me in the comments about the baler I have. Yeah, curiously enough, so this is interesting because I know I was talking about this Coon baler last time. Actually, let's go into where we can actually take a peek at it like this. So this little guy here, is this the one I own? It is the one I own, right? Yeah, one owned. It says it can do 125 through 180. We're gonna have to look at that again because I swear when I grabbed that baler before, I couldn't adjust the size of it. I only saw 125 available. That doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Hmm, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see here. Square baler. So I know we were talking about. Oh, you know what it might have been. I know what it was, Everett. Sorry about that, friend. I think it was on that Kubota farm because look at this Kubota. Here's that Kubota baler, 125 centimeters only. Oh, so you were probably referring to this one. Okay, that makes more sense. I see what you're saying. So this is 125 only, which is kind of weird, right? Because don't they normally do 150 and 180? But I think the reason why the modder made this 125 only is because I think they wanted to keep the horsepower requirements. Is that right? I think maybe they wanted to keep the horsepower requirements down because they wanted all of this equipment to work with the Kubota tractors. And the largest horsepower Kubota tractor we have is 200 horse. And maybe that's why they limited it to 125 only. So if we look at another, let's see. Here's a round baler, 145 horse. Yeah, this one's only 125 as well. I never noticed that. Hmm, I guess I never noticed that the balers. Well, here's this Pottinger. It's 150 horse requirement. It's round. It's a wrapper, and it does 125 to 180, but I think it only wraps 125 and 150s, right? Yep, it only wraps 125 to 150. Anyways, sorry, don't mean to take up too much time. Just trying to figure that out. It's curious. It's very curious. I am looking forward to. I know there was a mod before in previous versions of FarmSim where it allowed you to turn off the wrapping function on balers that had built-in wrappers. I'd really like to see that mod come back, and I'm hoping it does. I know it's going to probably be PC only because it's probably a script, but you know that's what I play on. But I'd like to see that mod come back. Anyways, I wanted you to. You may know this mod. I know it's kind of really basic, but it just adds to the game. It's that air hose connect sound mod. Check this out. I'll shut up so you can hear this. Listen to this thing. Isn't that cool? I love that. I love little things like that that add that little extra bit of immersion. So when you're connecting equipment with air hoses, that you hear that that clamping and that air sound. Yeah, the pressure building up. Very cool. Anyway, so I thought what we would do straight away is do some get this field limed up because I know it needs lime, and then we can kick a hired hand off to do the cultivating. Excuse me, sorry. And then we can go back and we can get some of our grass work, continue on our grass work. We need to get that swathed up and baled, which I'm looking forward to. I love grass work. But let's get liming. Let's get this field lined up. It won't take very long. This is a 42, I think a 42 meter. Oh, you know what? I did it again, I think. Oh no, she's lifted up. Sometimes I leave this thing down. Just looked like it was, but I think it's just because the JD's going through the grooves. Going through the grooves from the plow. Yeah. So I'm wondering if you guys know, and maybe just leave a comment if you do know, when do farmers lime? Do they, look at that, already ran out. When do farmers lime? Do they lime typically before plowing, after plowing? I'm assuming they must do it before, for sure before any kind of tillage work, because you'd want that lime, right, to get tilled into the soil, I would think. So they must do it before some kind of tillage, I would think, whether it be shallow cultivation or I don't know, whatever. But I'm curious about that. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to fill without those little guys being raised up, or without a tractor being on them. I'm having my doubts. Let's jog on over to our Massey here. And let's get him hooked up to this trailer. I'm not sure if it requires a tractor connection or if it requires me to raise those, get those things elevated. I'm not sure. I haven't used this. Whoops, I haven't used this mod much, so let's check it out here. Let's get connected. There we go. Air hose sound, love it. And let's make sure they are selected. And let's raise that one. Let's raise that one. I think we can turn the tractor off. I don't think the engine's going to have to be running. And I thought, I think it's easier if you back it into these things. I did this so it would take less time than going back to the farm, but right now that's not really proving to be the case, is it? Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. Oh, oh yeah, I got too far. There we go. And it doesn't fill really fast, and I've tried to line them up so that the spreader is underneath both of them, but it just misses. Like, it's just not wide enough to hit both of the discharge chutes there, which is a shame because I'd like to be able to discharge both at the same time. But it's just not quite. Oh, wait a minute. That was really close. I just don't think it's. Oh, look. Oh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. We got a double fill. Kinda. Sure. Thank you, sir. ma'am. I appreciate that. Now see, there we did it. Let's get that thing raised up. There we go. Much better. We'll be back in about 30 seconds to get some more. This thing runs out in a hurry. Oh goodness. So what do y'all plan for the weekend? My weekend's gonna be a little quiet, I think. I I have a few chores to do, but other than that, I'm kinda hoping to get some cleaning done. I know that's why am I talking about cleaning? Very boring, right? But it's kind of what I'm thinking about. It's typical life stuff, right? That you got to do. Laundry, cleaning, blah blah blah. I think we're supposed to get some storms here this weekend too, some weather our way, some rain and stuff. So that's all right though. That's all right. Vermeer Pack is coming up. Oh my goodness, we ran out already. Vermeer Pack is coming out this week, right? This coming Tuesday or Thursday or something, the 23rd, I think. So that's just a few days away. I was watching some of the videos today on the previews. I was watching DJ Goham and Farmer Klein. I think I even watched Farm Sim guy show it off a little bit, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a neat pack, and I'll tell you, I got a little spoiler alert if you're watching this one about the Kubota farm. I'm going to be adding Vermeer to that. I think I'm going to integrate that into the role play so that we have just a little bit of variety outside of Kubota. Even though I'm very happy with it being just a Kubota, basically equipment farm. I think Vermeer is going to fit in really, really well with that. I think the equipment that comes with the Vermeer pack. Did you stop? Are you run out? Oh man, wow. Are we going to have to go back to the farm um, and get our trailer filled up again? But yeah, I think a lot of the Vermeer equipment is, well, it's not super large, and I think horsepower requirements on a lot of that equipment is going to fit in nicely with the Kubota tractors. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I definitely like to add it. I definitely like to add it. So we'll see what happens. I'm super curious to see what else is next then with DLCs. I know they've been showing on Steam um, that there's been some, I guess, database. I don't know how it all works, but Steam, you can look in some kind of a Steam thing, and it shows that there's like 2 or 3 other DLCs listed there. So I'm kind of curious to see what is going to be, to see what's going to be coming up next. I really am. So what we're going to do is, instead of, oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to release the trailer. And I want to move Mr. Massey and get him out of here, because what I want to do is take the John Deere back and not only fill up the trailer, but also fill up the spreader itself. Let that roll to a stop. Oh, let's see what else is going on. I think I have no idea how many Butschern episodes. I mean, I still feel like we are super into like the early stages of the farm, and it's kind of weird to me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I when I first, and I'm new to this YouTube thing, and if that's not obvious, and I've been meaning to do YouTube probably for 4 or 5 years, and it's just never really the stars just haven't aligned. And I finally almost did it on just a try it, get it over with, and if you like it, fine. If you don't, fine. At least you know you tried finally. And I got to tell you, the first recording I did, and even though I knew it was not very good, and even though I knew it was very rough, and I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I was already like really looking forward to doing more recordings. So it's kind of addicting a little bit to want to do this. It's weird though, because talking to yourself is kind of odd. But I'm feeling a little more comfortable behind the mic, I guess you would say. But I bring that up only because I thought 30 minutes would be really hard, like to fill 30 minutes. I thought, man, 30 minutes, if I can do 15 minutes, I'll be happy. But now I'm finding that 30 minutes goes by so quick. And I was watching some other YouTubers that I really like and respect, and I see why you're not opening. There you go. And they were kind of giving, Brad, go forward. What are you doing here? And they were kind of giving advice, I guess you could say, to like people who wanted to try doing YouTube. And one of the things I thought was kind of interesting was don't make the videos too long. Because I guess that to some degree, if your videos are too long, people don't like that either. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like I thought, because I've been thinking about my videos on here, and some of them have gone, 37 minutes, 40 minutes. I've had a 45 minute. It doesn't feel like that when I'm playing at all, but I can only imagine watching them if that seems a bit lengthy. So I apologize if my videos have been longer than you like. I'm going to keep a closer eye on that and try to maintain, I think, a 30-minute, sorry about that, I think a 30-minute time frame for now seems pretty good. You all let me know what you think. I mean, I honestly could probably do an hour long at this point, but I just think that's way too long. And also the file size for uploading. If you've ever done YouTube, that was a shocker to me. And I'm an IT guy, and I'll tell you, whoa! I saw the file sizes, and I was like, wow, okay. And my internet's not horrible down, but up is not that great, and it takes a long time it really takes a long time to get videos upped. Oops. So then I watched a couple of videos, and are you rolling away on me? Okay. Then I watched a couple videos, read a few articles on I use Shadowplay and NVIDIA Shadowplay, and for now at least I'm going to stick with that. I think eventually I might go to OBS, just because OBS allows for audio and video channel splits, where Shadowplay does not. Shadowplay integrates the video and audio into one channel. So if you wanted to separate that for editing, you can, I guess. And the other thing that Shadowplay doesn't do is it does not, I should have raised those, I did not. You know what, we're going to try. The other thing that Shadowplay doesn't do that I'm not a big fan of is you can't do constant bit rate. It's variable only, and the only reason I bring that up is because some video editors don't like variable bitrate. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna have to go. Oh no, I am getting. It looks a little. Yeah, that looks a little janky, but it's working. Um, I'm thinking what I'm gonna have to do, or think about doing, is taking my videos and putting them into Handbrake. And I don't know if you guys have ever used Handbrake before, but it's an awesome program for doing video compression and converting and stuff like that. But anyways, I think I can throw these videos into Handbrake and have it change it to constant bitrate. I don't know if it's worth it. It's probably better just to maybe use OBS. The nice thing about Shadowplay though, super easy to use. No extra installation. It comes right along with what the NVIDIA Experience deal. Plus, um, it has been, well, shown and proven, I guess you could say, that it does have the lowest load on CPU as well. It seems to utilize um, the GPU the best and kind of take the burden off your CPU, which in turn is kind of nice because, of course, that leaves your system with a little more for the game, you know. But I don't know. Maybe that only impacts a little bit lower end systems more. I don't know. I don't have. My system's not a Cadillac, but it's also not low end. Um, I would say it's in the upper mid range still, you know. But things go out of date so fast. Hardware goes out of, you know. I mean, it's just like it's crazy. Um, how fast how fast hardware is developed and changes, and how quickly, you know, people say, oh, it's what word am I looking for? Your hardware is I can't even think of the word now. Sorry, but you know what I mean. It's no longer any good. It's no longer. Oh my goodness, my memory sometimes. I'm gonna try and lower this and see if that helps a little bit. It looks a little less janky. But I mean, if I look at the time right now, if I look at the time too, I forgot to start my clock again. Oh man, I am so bad at that. I'm so sorry, y'all. I will add the time that we spend here. We're almost getting on almost 20 minutes into this episode and haven't touched any grass work. Just getting done with this liming. This is making me feel like we really maybe need to consider getting rid of this lime spreader and figuring out something that just has a higher capacity. I'm pretty sure. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. I thought I put you in change gears, but maybe I didn't. Lift it, Brad. Lift it. Lift it. Lift it. There you go. There you go. But I feel like we'll have to look and see what we have. I think 82 Studios has a mod that's a good spreader that has some higher capacities, maybe a little bit unrealistic, but still. Because this is really pretty time consuming, isn't it, having to go through the line. But I think, and actually, sorry, I know I think a lot out loud, and I apologize for that, but I think once we get this initial lime application done, it's a lot less in the future. I'm thinking that it's only really sucking up the lime right now because these fields need it so much. And look what we ran out in that little spot right there. Don't you love that? Do we have any lime left, or are we out? I'm gonna get this cultivator fired up regardless and get this worker going. I think our lime trailer is absolutely empty. It is. Okay. Let us go over and get hooked up on the cultivator. Let's get a hired hand going on this cultivator. We can run back to the farm with the JD We're going to need lime for that other field, for field 1 anyway, so we can get all filled up with lime again. Hop on, get our rake, our windrow, sorry, and get that fired up, maybe started here before I end this episode. And I may even do a Sunday, so if you're at all interested in checking out Butschern Weekend Edition, give me a glance if you'd be so kind on Sunday as well, because I think I am going to make a Sunday Sunday recording too. I kind of want to get, like I said, I kind of want to get Butschern moving along a little bit. But hey, I've had a ton of fun playing this map. I'm still having a lot of fun playing this map. I mean, it's kind of going the way I kind of thought it was gonna go. Just because I'm trying to not be impatient about it, and kind of just making this kind of a fun map to take my time with and have you guys along, which is awesome too. Let's just get moving on there, Mr. Massey. Help if I put it in gear. We'll give him a headland, do one more headland back, and then we'll let our hired hand take off a little bit on this. See if we can get a little bit done there, and we'll pick it up where we left off once again next time. Am I gonna take that sign out? I'm probably gonna take that sign out. I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to cultivate the road either. Oh man, either I just missed that sign or it doesn't have collisions. Not really sure which one, but hey, I'll take either. I'm liking I've always liked the real dirt mod, like this thing here, but I'll tell you the one thing I don't like about it isn't that kind of ridiculous? I mean, look at that thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe lime has this effect, but that thing just looks like it's got powdered sugar spread all over it. It just seems a little much. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just does. It seems like a little much. You know what we're gonna do? Now that I see it, let's get this spot that I missed real quick. We'll just run down here to this end, and we'll kick the hired worker off. We'll run back. I think I'm gonna call this episode here pretty quick. I never get as much done as I think I am going to, but we have fun doing it, right? Alright, let's get the hired helper lined up a bit, and I am going to try and have him clean up, or her clean up after me a little bit. Come on, turn for me. There you go. I think that'll be pretty good. I think that'll straighten out my line. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Alright, Mr. John Deere. This tractor sounds good, doesn't it? It's got a good engine sound. I like that. I don't think I can see over this thing. No, I can't. If I lower it, it's going to mess us up. So here's something I know I wanted to mention. I know that we've been talking about things that we'd like to see in the game, right? One thing I would love to see Giants do, and I can't for the life of me figure out why they haven't yet, and I'm just trying to be as open-minded about it as I can, is fix the mirrors. Fix the stinking mirrors on the tractors. I don't understand why since forever and a day, tractor mirrors are so wonky. I mean, they're. Am I wrong? But they're useless, right? I mean, it, you can't adjust them. Now there are some mods that are out that where the modder has made the mirrors adjustable, and that's fantastic. But for some reason, you can't adjust these mirrors. And what value? Sometimes I look at these mirrors and they're like staring off into space, or I can see the tractor's back tire if I'm lucky. It's like it's just weird to me. Why? It's almost an afterthought. Like, let's put the mirrors on. Yeah, but they're not really adjusted right. That's all right. There's mirrors. I would love. I honestly would. That would be one question I would ask Giants if I had an opportunity. I would ask. What's going on with the mirrors? Why can't we get good mirrors in the game? And the thing is, and I think, and I don't mean to be super negative about it. I love the game, but here's the thing: mirrors take up processing. Your video card works hard or harder to render objects in the mirrors, and that's why, in the settings you can change how many mirrors. Wow, that was not at all what I expected. You can change, how many mirrors to display to help your graphics card out if it's, try to bump up the FPS. I'm What's the point of the mirrors? Like I've been tempted to just be like, nah, no mirrors. But then it looks kind of weird to have, because if you do no mirrors, I think it's just that black void that you're staring into, and that doesn't look that good either. So, all right, we're gonna leave Mr. JD here for now. Thank you, sir, for doing a great job for us. You have been wonderful. And see how nice that looks? That mud and that water. See, I think that looks pretty legit. Are those? Wait a minute. Are those footprints? They are, right? Are they my footprints? I have I been have I been on another planet? Or does this game actually, or is that just part of the texture? That's part of the texture, right? Huh. I didn't think I didn't think the farmer left footprints in the mud. It kind of looks like it is. Maybe it's just part of the texture. Anyways, you all let me know if you know, because, yeah, but this looks really good. I mean, this has come so far in Farm Sim. These textures like that. That looks super legit, and it looks super nice. And I get why they don't do the Mud Runner mud and the Snow Runner mud. I get that. And I know that would be awesome, but it would be... We can talk about that on the next episode. Maybe that's something we can discuss. But anyways, I'm rambling on. My apologies. It is time to quit. It's time to end this episode. I think I am going to go ahead and do a Sunday episode as well. So keep an eye open for that if you would. And if I haven't said it, thank you so much to everyone who's watching. It means a ton to me. I mean, I would do this if one person watched, and I really do mean that. Even if one person was watching, it's fun to do, and I love the game, and I'll play the game even if I wasn't recording it. But having people comment, having people watch, it's a nice feeling. It's a cool feeling, So I really appreciate that. You all take care of yourselves, for sure. Have a really, really good weekend. Be safe, and God bless. And I will see you very, very soon. In fact, let's plan on Sunday morning. Thanks again. Y'all take care. Bye bye.